Hello guys, this is Sandra here, and today we're gonna have another project pen update, and this time it's about these babies, which are my eyeshadow palettes. And before we hop into it, let me just recap what happened. So this is the second update so far, and I said in the beginning that I'm not too sure how often I'm gonna update this project, and last time it was about the 1 month mark, which was the beginning of February. I think it was around the 10th, 15th of February, and then I'm filming this at the end of March, so it's been a bit over a month, but I decided that I want to update you guys, so here we go. Also, to create my look today, I used both. I used mainly the Wet n Wild one on my eyes, and then my Urban Decay one in my eyebrows, and I use a shade from each to create my highlight, but then I use another highlighter as well. So, you know, every product I used on my complexion will be left in the description box, and I think now we can go ahead. I usually start with the Wet n Wild palette, and last month that was a bit of a mess. So I decided to press like shadows in one of the pens where it's the creamy color because it ran out and I forgot to show you, and then while I was repressing the shadow in there, I poured some alcohol in the shade above, which is this brown one, and then it went all over the place. So, you know, it was a bit of a mess. And while I'm talking, if my editing is good enough, you will see the pictures of previous month on the screen. So you see that when I started the whole project, I had 2 pens in there, and then last month I had an additional 2 pens, so that was 4 altogether. And finally this time I didn't forget to show you that I used up all the cream shadow, so that's gone. And then you can also see now the pen in the cool brown shade, which is amazing. And then also you can probably see there's a really good dip in the dark brown, and I feel like I managed to make the pens bigger in all the shades as well, which is great. I have to say the burgundy one, which used to be my favorite, doesn't exactly work the same way anymore as it used to, so that's a bit of a bummer. It really is a shame. It's just a bit patchy and it doesn't blend as it used to, so I will see what I'm gonna do with that shade. I don't really know yet if I want to get rid of it, but for now I will see if I can use it maybe as a liner, but then obviously that way it's gonna work a lot less. And also I use mainly the dark brown shade as a liner because in my brows it doesn't fully work. Maybe I can mix it with the Naked palette, I don't know, I will see. But I use it in my brow as a liner as of now, and that's why it has this small long dip in there. But I'm gonna repress some shades again in the pen, and I think I'm gonna use a little bit from Venus in here to mix in, maybe with some, I don't know, some other shadows just to set my eye, or maybe just, I don't know, I will see. But I want to repress a more cream colored shade in there just so I can use it if I want to set my base or for whatever reason. I quite like to have a cream tone shadow just because also if my blending doesn't seem as good as I want it to, then I can just take it on a big fluffy brush and blend it out, and I like to use that trick. So I like to have a cream colored shadow. If you look through most of my palettes, they will have like a dip in the cream shade for sure. But yeah, I'm quite happy with my progress. I really enjoy this champagne shade, and I used this together with Venus on my cheekbones because by itself it's a teeny tiny bit too dark. It works perfectly as a highlighter as well, so I really enjoyed that. And there's a little bit of a dip in there, but that's quite hard to see. And I'm quite happy again. There's not a shade in here I haven't used this month, or this month and a bit, so you know, I'm trying my best, and we'll see where we go with it. But I do enjoy this palette. It's just a bit of a bummer about the burgundy shade that it doesn't work as well as it used to. And then the next palette I'm working on is the Urban Decay Naked Basics, which mine looks busted. And again, when I started this, I already used up Foxy WOS, which I know stands for something, but I can't remember for the life of me. And I'm pretty sure Naked 2 was gone by that point as well. So I only have Venus, Faint and Crave left to work with. and by last month I've hit a side pan on faint. And if you look at the pictures from this month, I widened the pen on Venus. Also, I widened the side pen on faint, and on Crave I used it a few times, either as a liner or mixed in with faint in my brows. But obviously it's black, so the progress will be a lot slower and it's a lot harder to see, because obviously you don't need a lot, but I'm trying my best on this. Obviously these shades, I mean, Venus should probably be easy to use, but for some reason I don't use it too often. I try to remember to use it in my inner corner or on my brow bone, and I'm doing a better job with it than I did before, and that's why the pen widened on it, I feel like, quite substantially. But we'll see. And on faint I use it all the time in my brows, although this month I use quite a bit of eyebrow pencils because I don't know, I enjoy the pencils this month, but I still try to make sure that I use this quite a few times a week at least. And yeah, you know, progress is slow but steady. And in the initial intro for this project I said that I want to work on these two palettes, but then once I'm done with one of them, or once I feel like I want a bit more, then I'm gonna roll in this palette, which is one of the oldest palettes in my collection. And it's the Balm Nude Tude palette, and this is where we are at the moment. So as you can see, there's pen there, there, that's fully gone, and there's a pen there as well. So that's how many pens? 1, 2, 3, 4 pens, and then one which is sultry, which was a nice transition shade, like a cool tone brown. That's already gone, and I feel like I need a bit more variety, so we're rolling this one in as well, just because I don't know, I want a bit more variety in my everyday shadows. Well, not like I can't use any of my shadows, but you know, I figured if I'm gonna start using this, I might as well keep tabs on it and let you guys know how I'm getting on. So we're gonna work on these 3 palettes, which might look crazy, but this one I mostly only use in my brows anyway, so I feel like it doesn't count that much. And as I said in the intro as well, the Balm is the oldest palette next to my Naked Basics, and it's already seen so much love, and you know, I just want to see it through nicely. I think Standoffish, which is this shade, is quite close to hitting pen as well. It has a really nice dip in it, and I feel like Selfish, that shade, is such an easy shade to use that shouldn't take me too long. Now Sleek and Serious is not going to take me too, well, it's going to take me a lot of time, because those are the 2 shades as well mostly that I have in Naked too. But who knows, maybe I can press them in, although no, there's way too much in there, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But maybe I can mix Venus and Snobby in the Wet n Wild palette, and a matte shadow. That could work, but we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna roll this now in as well, and that's my update. So if you're doing any eyeshadow projects, let me know. I would love to see it. You know, it's always good to have some inspiration and see how everyone else is doing. But I think that's it for now. I don't want to talk for too long because I know I can chat for a long time, and I'm trying to improve. Not to blubber too much, and I'm already doing it. So I'm gonna go now. I hope you have a lovely day. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. But for now I'm gonna go. I hope you have a lovely day and keep safe. Bye bye.